Good afternoon. I'm going to give some folks a minute to come on the line. I know I'm on about a minute earlier, but I just want to give you a few minutes to plug in. Those of you that are joining, please reach out, share the page. We are now connected on the midday power line with your host, Chief Apostle Marcia Fountain. So I'm going to give a few minutes for some folks to come on. I know I'm on a little bit early, but I'm telling you, I am so excited. I am out here doing ministry all day long. I shared this morning with some folks, and I'm going to share it with you also. And I am just enjoying blessing people as I go throughout my day. And so I'm going to give just another minute or so for folks to join, and then I will continue. Again, you are plugged into the midday power line. This is your host, Chief Apostle Marcia Fountain, and I am inspiration. And so I'm glad that you are joining in this noonday hour. It is now approximately 12:15, and I know some of you may be on your job, some of you may be at home or in your cars running around or whatever you're doing, but I'm just so glad that you plugged in. And if you happen to look at this at a later time, I know you will still be blessed by it and inspired. We are on this line at 12:15 to encourage, empower, and inspire you through the second half of your day. And so again, I am so excited for those who join in the morning. Again, at 6 a.m., I am on with the Command Your Day prayer line. And then at 12:15 with the midday power line. So I am just so grateful. Hey, listen, I want to share something with you. You know, I was out this morning, as I just told the folks this morning on the Command Your Day prayer line, that God had been dealing with me about spending more time ministering and understanding who I am as an ambassador for Christ. And so I was in a store not too long ago, and I was just so inspired by what I saw. You know, I've been talking to you all about being unique and finding your own identity and not allowing others to control your life, not allowing the opinion of others to control your life. So you're plugged in this afternoon because I want to share something with you. I want to tell you to stop giving people two lives. We are giving other people two lives, and you're not living your own life. So I was in the store not too long ago, and the woman was in there and she was trying on clothes, and her friend was outside the dressing room. And I was standing outside the dressing room, and after she came out the first time with one outfit, she was really excited about it. She said, I really like this. I really like this. It looks good on me. And her friend said, no, it doesn't. I don't like that. So I stood there. I said, I've got to see this. So I stood there. The woman came back out again 5 more times. She came out with a total of 6 outfits on. And each time there were 3 outfits that she was so excited about, and she really looked good in them. And her friend said, I don't like that either. This store doesn't carry anything that looks good on you. Each time the friend downed how she looked. And each time the woman agreed with the friend rather than taking a stand and knowing what made her feel good. And so what I'm telling you is to stop giving other people 2 lives. So this woman, she tried on 6 outfits, and I stood there and I'm watching the friend each time tell her, no, that doesn't look good on you. And each time she looked down and she just went back and took it off. And so with the 6th time when the lady came out with that final outfit, that was one of the 3 that she liked. The woman said, her friend said to her, no, I don't like it. And she went back in. So I said to the friend, I went over and I said to her, I said, sister, I have to ask you a question. I said, why is it that you told her those 3 outfits did not look good on her? And they really did look very nice on her. I said, that wasn't nice, was it? And she looked at me and she said, no, you're right. They did look nice on her. And I said to her, we've got to help lift each other up. I said, we cannot be jealous of one another, because that's the spirit that I saw. I saw a spirit of jealousy and a spirit of envy, where she did not want her friend to wear anything that would make her look good. And so I want to encourage you this afternoon that you have people in your life that are trying to control your life based upon what you buy, what you wear, how you think. And I want to encourage you this afternoon, stop giving other people 2 lives to live. You've got to make up in your mind what it is you want out of life, what it is that makes you feel good, what you look good in. You've got to get your mind back. We are giving people too much power and control. When I saw that, I said, my God, I said, this is just not right. I said, this woman is giving control to this other woman about what she looks like and what she should wear. The woman was not paying for her clothes. This lady was paying for her own clothes. And she really looked good. So I need to have you all be aware of that spirit of jealousy and envy. Be very aware. Those are two of the most ugliest twins, the spirits of jealousy and envy. And you have to be aware that you have people that are in your lives, but they are haters. You have haters in your life. Nobody likes to say that word, but you really, truly do. And it's time now that you really take a good look and understand that you've got to be unique. You don't have to wear your hair like anybody else. You don't have to take the opinions of other people as to how you should look. Because I really saw how it impacted that woman. That woman really felt bad coming out 6 times, and 3 of those outfits really looked good. But yet her friend told her, no, they don't look right. Nothing in this store fits you right. You got to be careful who you have speaking into your life and hanging around you. You've got to be so careful, because everyone that is around you is not for you. There are some people that will come around you only to make them look good, only to make them feel good. But in the process of doing that, they will try to downgrade you. They will take away and eat away at your self-esteem. They will eat away at your confidence. And so you have plugged in this afternoon to the midday power line, because I don't know, it could be someone on your job. You may say, I've identified this. You're exactly right, Chief Apostle. I know somebody like that. And all they do is constantly degrade me and belittle me. You need to understand that that is the job of the enemy. And so you've got to take people like that out of your life. Don't be afraid to remove them. Remove them quickly, because it's a spirit that is coming and attacking your self-esteem, your confidence, who you are, trying to take you down from who God said you are. And many times people can identify that you have something great in you before you identify it. When I think about the story of Joseph and his brothers, Joseph just had a dream. All Joseph did was to share a dream with his brothers. Joseph did not even accomplish or have done anything that he had dreamt. All he did was share a dream. But even though Joseph may not have seen the capacity or the ability that was in himself, his brothers knew that it would come to pass. His brothers knew that he had in him what it took to bring it to pass. So I want to encourage you this afternoon that there are some things in you that you may not be able to see, but that's why you need to surround yourself with people who truly care about you, people who truly love you, people who truly want the best for you. And it's sad to say, but everyone who is in your life at this moment are not those individuals. There are some people, as I said, that are there just to go along for the ride. They know you're going to make it. And so they'll go along as far as they can go until jealousy and envy kicks in. And when jealousy and envy kicks in, that's when they begin to chip away at your confidence. That's when they'll begin to say, well, I don't think you should do that. I think that's a big goal. I think you watch out for those folks that are always thinking. I don't need no one to think for me. You need to understand you do not need anyone to think for you. God has already purposed a plan and a destiny for your life, and you've got to be in tune with that. Don't you let anybody degrade you or bring you down or devalue your ability or your capabilities. It's not about, in this season, I'm going to say this, it's not about what people think. People should have no thought about your life. Come on. Your life is already planned. You just got to get in line with what God is saying about your life. Your life is already written. Let other folk keep their thoughts to themselves. Come on. They need to think more about their life. You need to get in alignment with God and the will. Your life has already been written. I told you, you were brought here because of the purpose and the plan. So I just want to encourage somebody today to take back your life. Take your life back. Stop putting so much emphasis on what other people think you should be doing and who you should be, because some of those voices are voices that are coming from the spirit of jealousy and envy. And I tell you again, the two most ugliest twins that you won't ever want to see on the face of this earth are the spirits of jealousy and envy. You don't see with one without the other. If one shows up, soon after the other will appear. So I just want to admonish you to stay Stay focused, stay spiritually alert so that you can see and know it. It can be people that are walking with you and they're walking right there with you. They could have loved you from the start, but somewhere along the line, jealousy and envy can show up. So I need you to keep your spiritual eyes open, because God has made you a promise and you are going to do great things. You plugged into this midday power line, so I can continue to encourage you that you are destined to do great things. You came here. God brought you here. He created you because of the greatness, the great things that he has put before you, the great things that he has predestined for you. So I don't want you to allow anyone to steal your destiny. Again, Joseph's brothers had not seen it come to pass, but Joseph's brothers knew that Joseph had the ability to bring that dream into existence. And there are those that are watching you right now. They're watching your life right now. Some are very close to you. Some are distant. Some have not come into your life yet. Some will come into your life to try to steal your dream. Some will come in your life to try to kill your dream. But you plugged into this midday power line, so I can remind you that everything that you need to be who God called you to be, it's inside of you. Tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in. God will send people from around you to bless you, but you got to always stay alert, because that blessing, oh, come on now, this is tough right here, but I hear the Spirit saying you got to be alert, because that blessing can turn into a curse. Because when they allow their flesh, see, God may send them and they start out doing good, but the enemy they can allow the spirit of the enemy, the spirit of jealousy, the spirit of envy, the spirit of hate. I'm telling y'all, you got to be aware, because just because they walk with you today don't mean that they'll be walking with you tomorrow, because they will yield their flesh to spirits, and that spirit of jealousy and envy will creep in, and that one that was your friend will turn into your enemy. Oh, y'all better hear this afternoon. That's why you've got to be spiritually alert, because you are going somewhere. You are somebody. You are greater than you know, because God purposed you. Oh my goodness. Come on. You've been brought with a price. You have been purposed for greatness. So I need you to keep your eye on what God has placed in you. Don't allow anyone to come and rob, to steal, to be a thief in your life. Don't allow anyone to get a free pass and ride on your life. Oh, come on now. Come on. You got some folks that are trying to ride. They're trying to get a ride to where you're going because they know you're blessed. Oh, y'all better hear it now. But one thing about it, you can't ride this train, come on, unless you serve the blessor. Blessings come from the blessor, who is God. And so I need you just to be alert. I came on here this afternoon because I wanted you to plug into the fact that you've got to keep your eyes wide open. You got to evaluate those spirits that are coming around you now. Evaluate the people that are coming into your circle now. Evaluate the people that are currently in your circle, because Judas was in Jesus' circle. Oh, y'all, come on, don't get me started now. I said Judas was in Jesus' circle. And the beautiful thing about it was Jesus knew who Judas was, but Judas served a purpose. Oh, come on. But when the purpose was over, Judas had to be exposed. So I'm here to tell y'all this afternoon, stop giving your life. Stop giving other people 2 lives. Take your life back. Take your life back. It's yours. You only got one. You're not going to get another one. This is it. So you have plugged into this midday power line. So I can encourage you to go forth. Come on. Come on, you got to get your confidence back. You don't need a whole crew of folk. You don't need a whole circle of women around you. You don't need a bunch of chickens clucking around you. I dare you to get by yourself and become that eagle. Go to a high place and pluck out the dead feathers so that God can allow you to be everything he wants you to be. Some of y'all are supposed to be soaring so high, but you can't soar high because you got dead feathers. You got dead spirits hanging around you. But I declare God is plucking the feathers. He's plucking dead feathers out of his people's lives in this season. God is lightening the load. He's helping you to identify where the dead feathers lie. Oh, y'all better hear that this afternoon. Come on. Because you got to know that God is going to take you to a place where the enemy can't reach you. But if you got the enemy hanging around you, you can't soar to where God is taking you. So I need to tell you this afternoon, get your life back. You have plugged into this midday power line. So I can tell you, I can connect you back to who God said you are. Sometimes you just got to be reminded. Sometimes you just have to be reminded. And I come on here this afternoon to remind you that you are special, you are great, you've been predestined, you've been handpicked by God. Oh my God, my God. Come on, y'all. Out of all the people in the world, God chose you. He chose to use you. He chose to bring you forth. So I need you to get that confidence in the word that said that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I have no limits. Come on, somebody. I have no limits. Come on. In the flesh, I have limits, but in the spirit, I have no limits. That's why it's important. Y'all got me breaking a sweat on here. And look, that's why it's important that you understand that we must have Christ in our life, because Christ is the limit breaker. There are no limits. Christ is the barrier destroyer. There are no barriers. Come on, somebody. When your flesh has reached the limit, the spirit kicks in and takes you past your own ability. So I want you all to understand this afternoon. That's why it's very important that you have a relationship with God. It ain't about everybody saying, well, I go to church all the time. I go to church. Honey, get a relationship with God. Get a relationship with God. Get a relationship with your Father. Look, I love y'all. I gotta go. I told y'all I'm not on here long at 12:15. I just plug in so that we can stay connected to help push you over the second half of your day. And I'm so glad that you have connected with me this afternoon. And listen, don't forget, come back on at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm on every morning at 6 a.m. with the Command Your Day prayer line. I start your day, come on, and in the middle of the day, to make sure the enemy can't creep up in there, I plug back in with you. Come on, I told God that I'm his servant, and I'm here to serve God's people. I had somebody, I spoke on the morning prayer line this morning, and I told him, I said, I had been looking for a job for a long time. And I said to God just on Monday, I said, God, how come I can't find a job? How come I'm not getting hired? And the Holy Spirit spoke to me so clearly, because I am an anointed vessel of God. I can hear him clearly. And he spoke very clearly, and he said, I've already hired you, but you still have not accepted the position. Oh, y'all, that just set my spirit. That set me. And I said, Father, right now, forgive me, Father, for looking out there when what you have for me to do is in here. He said, I called you, I anointed you, I chose you, I sent you to be a mouthpiece, to cry loud in a dark place. Come on, somebody. And I promised God then, I said, God, that's it. I'm going full time. I'm going to minister for you. I'm hitting the streets and I'm going to minister for you, Father. I'm going to bless your people. This is my job. This is what I was created to do. And I told you, I found such a peace in that. And I laughed. I said, you know what? I said, the devil should have hired me, because the fact he didn't hire me, now I got hired and I accepted my position. See, if he hired me, I may have been distracted. But God is so good, because he will speak to his children. Y'all better accept the position that God has for you in your life. So now I'm going forth. I'm on here at 6 a.m. I'm on here at 12 noon. And I tell you, I am giving God everything and his people. I'm speaking into your life. My ear is so close to the mouthpiece of God right now. My ear is so close to the mouth of God that I can speak what God has to say to his people. So listen, come on back on here. Reach out. If you have a prayer request, reach out to me. You can reach out on Messenger. You can email me at marcia.fountain, or you can actually, messenger me on Facebook is fine. All right. And so that I can put you on my prayer list. And I want you to come and join me on Sunday. Sunday at 11:30 is the Truth Conference. One thing you all know about me, and that is I will speak the truth as the Spirit of the Lord speaks, I speak. And so there's a Truth Conference at 11:30 a.m. on Sunday morning at Windows of Faith Christian Center. It is free. There is no charge. I just want you to come, bring everybody you know, because it's time that the people of God know the truth. We got to know the truth about, some folks say you can't wear pants. Some folks say you can't dance. Look, it's time to put the truth on it. Come on. God gave us a life to live. I need you to come out and get the truth. All right. And so that Sunday morning at 11:30, come on out, bring your family, bring your friends. It's time for the people of God to be set free. All right. Well, look, I got to go. But I love you all. I love you so much. And I want us to stay connected. And as always, look, I'm sweating because I don't want to put the air conditioner on in my car, because it's going to make a little, you'll hear a little noise, how you can hear the ear. But I want you to hear me clearly. So I'll sweat for it. It's worth the sweat. Hey, listen, so I want you all, as always, to repeat after me. I am blessed going in, and I am blessed coming out. I am blessed going in, and I am blessed going out. Listen, my prayer for you always is that God may allow your paths to cross, and with people that need God, and whoever's path you cross, that you electrify them with the power of peace, love, joy, and happiness. Again, this is Chief Apostle Marcia Fountain. I love y'all so much, and I can't wait to see you again. Again, join me tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I'm on Facebook Live, and for those of you who have joined me by the dial-in number, God bless you all also, and I will also be on dial-in at 6 a.m. All right, look, y'all, go ahead now. God gave you power, He gave you dominion, and He gave you authority. Walk in it. God bless you. I love you.